Yo, what's going on, guys? Toronto786 here with the morning after episode 5. Here to talk about some gaming news from the day prior. So, let's see here. The first thing I wanted to go over. So, the big news, obviously, is Ghost of Tsushima. Tons of people talking about Ghost of Tsushima. If you didn't watch the state of play yesterday, basically the whole entire 18 minutes was like, basically all of it was a trailer, but they did a lot of gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima. Talked about customizations, different types of play styles you'd be able to do while playing the game, which I think is a nice touch, so you can actually play different ways depending on the type of gear that you have. The way they described it is you could have some armor on that would be more beneficial for you to do stealth attacks, or maybe kind of distracting people and coming up behind them and slitting their throats, something like that. Or you could do something more hack and slash, where you just go up and start killing, people. I think that's really cool that they're going to allow different types of play styles. I think games that do that invite more players because it gives you the ability to play how you want, really. It's really kind of nice. But yeah, pretty awesome. But that's the big thing yesterday. NVIDIA also revealed what their, if you kind of see here on this little picture that I have here, their new generation of video cards. It talked about all the transistors, that it's the largest processor in production. Developers seem to be pretty excited about it. What I was kind of reading in this article right here that was posted by GameSpot, they were talking about with all the new ray tracing games and all the new technologies that are coming out, they're going to need these next generation of video cards just because of all the power that it's going to require. So makes sense that they go hand in hand, and they're doing that. Respawn, the same company that makes Apex Legends, Titanfall, announced that, well, I wouldn't say announced, but they don't have a Titanfall game in development. And GameSpot, another article, they were talking to some of the developers and co-founders of Respawn, and there wasn't any Titanfall 3 in development. I assume it's because of Apex Legends. They have a really good game on their hands. It would be nice to see another Titanfall. I really enjoyed Titanfall 2. I didn't play the first one. Titanfall 2 is super awesome, and usually you can find it like on PSN or pretty much most places. That's usually on sale if you kind of just keep an eye out for it. It's really awesome. It kind of mixes both playing in a robot and a human. Don't want to give too much away, but you can just kind of tell from the cover art. It's a good game. If you have a chance, you should pick it up. But, maybe when they can kind of get a good formula for Apex Legends, maybe they can pull some of those people away and put it into Titanfall. But you never know. And then Evo Online. So Evo, if you don't know, is a fighting game tournament, essentially. They announced that they're going to be doing it all online. Kind of same thing with these other development companies. Because of COVID-19, a lot of these different tournaments and things like that are going online to kind of make sure that people are safe. Pokemon Company also, on top of that, since we're talking about tournaments, announced that they were going to be doing online tournaments as well due to the COVID-19. Originally, they had said back at the end of March that they were going to be canceling their annual championship due to the COVID-19, and then they announced that the Pokemon Players Cup was going to be online. So the Pokemon Trading Card, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Tournament, those are all going to be done in July, are eligible for the Master Divisions competitors. Yeah, so pretty awesome. Anyone before that's basically, what, 15, I believe, or something like that. I forget the age cutoff there, but kind of cool. I'm a Pokemon fan. I usually buy every single game. I enjoy them. I don't know. They're just really fun to play. The last one, I don't know. And that's the thing with the Pokemon games. I usually get to the point where I'm like, okay. And it's just like that with a lot of looter shooter games too. I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable. I have a pretty good team. I don't really need to push this further. But the new Pokemon had some really cool stuff. I'm sure most people know about it now, but raids and stuff like that, so you could play after the game is beaten. But there's so many other games coming out around the time that Pokemon came out that I just didn't stick around to play it. But it's still a fun game. I couldn't find the posting for this on Twitter, but if you're a DDR fan, which I am, I used to play DDR lots. They now have a browser version of DDR that you can play online. Pretty awesome. Just a fun game to play. So, and if you didn't see this posting yesterday, if you have Epic Games Launcher on your computer, you can get a free copy of GTA 5, which is really awesome. This posting specifically was talking about how everybody was having problems, and I had this problem pretty much all of yesterday. And then right before, probably about an hour before bed, I was like, I'm going to see if the Epic Game Launcher is back up, because a lot of people were having this error come up and it wasn't allowing you to log in. Around, I would say, 9 Mountain Time yesterday, I got into the Epic Games Launcher, and it was up, so I downloaded. You can see I have the icon here for Grand Theft Auto 5. There was another game that was free yesterday through the Humble Bundle. You got a code to get this free game, i.e. just Defenders. If you don't know what Humble Bundle is, basically, with a lot of games, you can pay a certain amount of money and it unlocks a bunch of different games. This game was just free, i.e. just Defenders. I have no idea what it's about. I might fiddle around with it just to see what it is. But Grand Theft Auto 5, though, super good game. I never really played a lot of it. The last real, I guess, Grand Theft Auto that I played was 4, but GTA 5 completely changed online gaming of, like, as far as like how many people play, because there are still tons of people that play GTA 5, so you will not have a problem finding online people to play with. As a matter of fact, you might get kind of griefed. It just kind of depends, but most people are really cool in GTA 5. They have this new thing going on with aliens where you kind of make like factions. Basically, it's kind of like gangs, alien gangs essentially. Sounded really cool. But yeah, if you get a chance, go to Epic Games, pick it up for free. I don't know how long it was supposed to stay. Oh, until, here we go, right here, until May 21st. So you have 6 days from today to get to get GTA 5 for free. I would definitely do it, just because, I mean, it's a free game. I mean, and especially like a big game like this that's free. I mean, usually you can get it for about $20 to $30 if it's on sale, but I mean, it's a free game. I mean, come on. I wanted to talk about Magic Legends a little bit. So this posting, it was a developer blog talking about the moment-to-moment action. So Magic Legends, I am super excited about this. I am a huge Magic fan. I have it here on my desktop. You can see it right here in this icon in the bottom left. So Magic Legends is a Magic-inspired action game that's going to be similar to Diablo, but what you're going to be playing as is a planeswalker. Planeswalker are like these really powerful beings that you can, I guess, play as and go through the world of Magic through the different planes and fight, essentially. It's kind of unique how they set this up. So instead of just like action skills, you build decks. And I mentioned this in a previous episode that I really love deck building games. I have a deck, like I think 2 or 3 deck building board games. I just really like deck building. It's just something really fun about putting a deck together and just playing it. And Magic Legends has something like that built into it. Basically, you pick these cards and those are your abilities, and they have cooldowns. So I'm just making up stuff here, but let's say you have a fire spell and you're playing a fire planeswalker. Well, you can have different fire cards in your deck, so to speak, and use those abilities, as long as they're off cooldown, to cast these spells. So as you progress through the game, instead of getting better loot, so to speak, you upgrade your powers and you also get more cards. So it's a different take on the action looter dungeon crawler like Diablo or even like Minecraft Dungeons that's coming out in about 11 days. I am really excited about this game. I love Magic. I love the lore of Magic. Yeah, this game looks super awesome. I cannot wait. I'm super stoked about this. This will probably be another game that I'll be streaming, day one, minute one, and just kind of going through and playing tons of it. I'm probably going to sink tons of time into this, just like I am in Minecraft Dungeons. Pretty cool. Let's see what else here. Oh, if you're a Funko fan, those little, I think there's a posting of it. But Funko released, as part of the 20th anniversary of the X-Men movies, if you're into these, limited edition X-Men figures to honor or to kind of celebrate the 20th anniversary of the X-Men movies. Man, it's crazy to think at 20 years ago they had those movies. I remember, I don't want to say it was the first, but it was one of the really early on, like, comic book movies. I was really stoked about it. I love the X-Men. The cartoons in the 90s were super awesome. It was super awesome. So if you're into Funko, you can get those. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. So the big thing yesterday was definitely Ghost of Tsushima. If you have a chance, definitely go online. You can find it, I'm sure, anywhere. That's all anybody is really talking about. I mean, look at this. Like, GameSpot talked about the customization. That's really cool about it, too. You can kind of customize how your character looks. You can get, like, flowers that help you kind of change the color of your armor. And here's the posting from Kotaku about Dance Dance Revolution. Basically, you can just pay this on your your browser, which is super awesome. I love it. Ghost of Tsushima is all a lot of people are talking about. I mean, it was a really good state of play. I enjoyed it because, one, they showed the gameplay, but then they also talked about the game itself. It's really kind of annoying, I guess you would say, when companies are like, oh, we're going to have a game announcement, and then it's just, them talking about the game but don't really show any gameplay. So, the Ghost of Tsushima reveal was super awesome. Here's the posting about this Aegis Humble Bundle. You could probably just Google it, or if you just want to go to Humble Bundle's website, you just humblebundle.com. You can see at the very top here, the Aegis Defenders for free is for a limited time. It is limited on how many codes, because you basically get a Steam code that you put into your Steam account, and then it unlocks the game. So there's only a limited number of these, so if you're going to do it, I would do it sooner than later. Make sure you pick up GTA 5. And then I don't know if I'm gonna do a weekend version of these. I probably will, maybe just for Saturday. I might not do Sunday. I don't know. I'm still kind of up in the air. This is all a work in progress. But if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're watching this through Twitch on one of my previous episodes, please follow. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the morning after. I'll be doing an hour stream later for lunch. I kind of want to check out Aegis Defenders. I might try it after this, actually, just to kind of see what it's like. I don't know. May do some Aegis Defenders. I don't know, just for fun, just to see. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow.